When you first start your QuickBooks file, you'll get a 2-page questionnaire relating to what you need out of QuickBooks and the basic information in relation to your business. So this is page 1. Remember, anything you do on here can be altered within the settings in QuickBooks, so nothing is permanently set. If I look here, it's asking me to start with for my business name, which makes sense. That's going to go on all the templates, the invoices, all within QuickBooks will feed from the company name and will come in later with the address details as we set it up. What type of business we are, this will affect the accounts that QuickBooks produces, so depending on whether you are a sole trader, partnership, limited company, charity, etc., will dictate the type of accounts that it generates for us in the chart of accounts as we get started with the file. So I've picked private limited company there just as an example. The question on the length of business doesn't actually affect the settings in QuickBooks. This is purely information that is being gathered by QuickBooks themselves. But what does matter is what kind of business we are. So again, this impacts on the type of accounts that it's going to offer us initially in the setup. So it's going to give us a list of accounts it thinks we need based on these professions, these trades that are listed here. Again, it's not a big list. So pick something that's close to what you do, a service business, a product business, an online business, that kind of setting. Those are the initial settings you get in QuickBooks, and if you click Next at the bottom there, it goes to page 2 of the setup, and page 2 is very much based on the functionality you're looking for within QuickBooks. But do remember that any of these settings can be switched on later within the program. So if we don't pick one here, we can pick it later in our program. So again, it's asking me questions like, am I VAT registered? Do I want to track my VAT? Am I involved in the construction industry scheme? Do I want to raise invoices? Am I using payroll in QuickBooks? So it may well be that you do switch one or two of these on. You might switch your VAT on. You might say, yes, I'm going to send invoices and track receipt of payments from customers. But other things in there we may leave at this point in time and say, if I want to put stock on, for example, maybe I'll switch it on within the settings later. So that's the second page of your setup, and when we click All Set here, it will then work its way through to make sure that it's got the settings that you're looking for. So it's given us a blank screen in terms of numbers of invoices, etc. in here, a welcome here, and you can have a quick tour of the program. But if I close that down here, you'll see got my company name that I've put in there, but no data in here, and it's just defaulting me to the dashboard. And immediately what you'll see in here is it can look quite confusing. I've got all the left hand side dashboard here, I've got little gears here, search functions, so plus signs here. So I've got many little ways of looking at the QuickBooks file. So it's a bit daunting when we first get in here, but that will all become clear as we explain how to navigate around our QuickBooks file. But that's your initial 2-page questionnaire that's going to get you into your QuickBooks file to start with.